So I need a second on his motion, correct?
Right.
Do I have a second on? Excuse me.
No, that's not.
Jesus, you guys, come on. Let us do our job and quit mocking us out of this audience.
Well, just for
Okay,
just
so-
for wait, a motion to amend takes precedence.
Yeah.
Okay. So he needs a second, correct? All right. Does he have a second?
Some discussion on
Okay.
why it may be important. There may be a whole different council up here. And I think if you take that away from the council itself, I have no problem if I'm sitting here, in there, coming in and supporting animals in 5 years, supporting friends. I would anticipate that the council would be supportive based on their history. So I think that it's important that we don't make it a staff responsibility for anything past. Now, if it was 3 years with staff allowing for two-year options, quite possibly. But a 5-year plus 3 and 3, is that 11? Is that what it is, 3 year? Two? That ends up being an 11-year agreement that council would not have say-so. It'd be strictly staff. And I think that's putting too much on this council to make that decision when it shouldn't be. Because we're talking about term limits, we're talking about changes and things, don't know what direction things are going to go. Who knows if friends want to be part of it then? Okay? So I think that he does have some, that maybe come back after 5 years for the council to approve any extension. Is that correct?
That's
Approve
what would happen
extension.
if you delete that sentence. Yes.
Yeah, approve extension. That's all it's going to be, is prove the extension, the council.
And that's what happened here in March. That was back for an extension, that it came to us for an extension, and then we issued the RFP.
Which
Which
is good because you're giving the council the right to do
And
that.
at the same time, you were asking for a 5-year contract versus a 1-year contract.
I understand that.
So
So-
we're kind of so doing the RFP actually helped out the Friends getting a 5-year contract. So the RFP was actually good. And if you look at the bigger picture, it was show transparency. It gave them an opportunity to have a 5-year contract with the city of Upland, and they can keep going on. Nothing will change, and they'll be happy. We'll be happy. I think the residents will be happy as well.
And I agree that a lot of lemonade has been made from a difficult situation that they had, because going through the RFP process takes an extraordinary amount of time, gathering those 6,000 signatures, time that could be taking care of animals.
Okay, so
You're saying that the care was lacking during this time?
No.
Well, you
No,
just
I'm
said
not.
it's gonna be
I'm
more.
saying that their energies were diverted. Their attention
Well,
was diverted. Please don't put words like
No, I'm
that
just
in
saying,
my
what
mouth.
you're saying that it changed. They weren't able to give the service to the animals because they were
I'm
busy
not
on
saying
them.
that. I'm saying that they were taken during a very difficult period of time. Their attention was diverted in order to. So, where I'm going is, first of all, they do not make a profit. The mayor stated that they made a profit from their activities, and they are a nonprofit organization. They make no profit. Any money that they have goes into their shelter operations and the care of the animals. None of the board members get any remuneration in any kind at all. So the fact that the city pays for some of the items, that's the city's responsibility to maintain the building. It always has been. And it's part of the arrangement. So I believe that I'm not against the idea of looking at this in 5 years, but I would certainly like to have. I place my confidence in our city staff, our manager, and our police department, who works very closely with them. I place my confidence in them, and I am comfortable allowing them to make the decision in 5 years whether or not they want to renew the contract 3 years down the road, and then again 3 years. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, if at any point we wanted to change the contract, this could come back in front of the city council. So we're not saying that if there's problems, we can't revisit this.
So I appreciate that. Thank you. I apologize for that comment. So it would still give the council the right after 5 years. The council could say, we want
Well,
to.
if you believe the council has some way to direct the city manager, that's always true.
Okay, I'm fine then.
So on a 3-year contract, staff usually has the ability to extend the contract.
It's all different. The terms are completely at the council's discretion.
Okay. So we have a motion on the table, right?
We have a motion to amend, but no second yet.
No.
Okay.
Are you all right with that?
Well, I have to be all right. I'm okay with it.
Well, one thing
you make
I
motions,
just-
they get accepted, they don't get accepted. It's okay.
Right.
It's
I
okay. That's the point of having 5 of us up here. There's no hard feelings about it. We're having discussion. I expressed my concern about the contract. Like I said, I'm happy that Friends that they were awarded it. Just more to show transparency and not make the decision of a future council in 5 years. 5 years is a long time.
But the
It's a very
council
long
can
time.
always direct the manager to bring it before us.
If the council actually makes it a priority to look at it, or if they, what if they forget, or what if it gets put rubber stamped in a consent calendar? You gotta understand, Upland has been known for rubber stamping. We all know this. This is something we want to make sure we keep transparency going, and just excuse me, sir.
Yeah, we have a
Time is
council
done.
member speaking. Be respectful.
And so, like I said, all I'm asking is that we make sure we keep the transparency going.
You know,
Since all of
Ricky,
these documents you can get any of the proposals through a request for public information. So if you want that, you can do that. If you want to see the contract, you can get that through request for public
You
information.
say we have
So
confidence in our staff, so I think we should let Bob Dahlquist choose the planning commissioners then, because he is part of the panel. Simple as that.
I disagree with you.
Well, the thing is that, we can have confidence in the staff, but at the same time, you don't want to overlook things. You don't want to just let things you don't want to rubber stamp things.
I don't either.
All right, so let's move on. One thing I do want to correct is I never said Friends made a profit. I was just making clear that everyone knew that the city doesn't pay it out, but we do provide them the facility and the venue. So with that said, we have a first and a second on the floor, so let's vote and we'll move forward. Who's not voting,
Me.
Carrie?
I haven't voted yet.
Oh.
That's me.
You can change your mind.
All right.
But trust me, it will come back to council.